Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Rahman Hakim. Okay, so before we start, you guys can refer to slide number 21. Okay, this slide is about credit monitoring and collection policy. I will just summarize this slide. First sentence is about the credit monitoring. Credit monitoring is referred to a firm and their accounts receivable. So, what is the function credit monitoring? Credit monitoring is about a firm will review or study about their customer whether their customer already pay according to the stated credit terms. Senang kata, sama ada diorang punya penghutang dah bayar dalam tempoh masa yang diberi atau belum. Okay, the second sentence is about the control of account receivable. If a firm control of their account receivable, they can eliminate the past due receivable such as bad debt. If there is bad debt, a firm will suffer losses. So in order to prevent from such situation happen, a firm must emphasize on their credit monitoring so they will know which customer already paid and otherwise. Okay, that's all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my beloved teacher and my fellow friends. Today, I will present about credit monitoring and collection policy. Okay, for the first technique of credit monitoring is average collection period. Okay, average collection period means the average number of days that credit sales are outstanding. An increase in the average collection period may be the result of a predetermined plan to extend credit terms or the consequence of poor credit administration. Okay, for further information, we will look at the Google definition. It means that the average number of days between the days that credit sales were made and the days that the money was received from the customer. The average collection period is also referred to as the days sales in account receivable. Okay, so the more the average number of days, so we will get the result of predetermined plan to extend the credit term, or maybe we will get a result of bad debt because the account receivable cannot afford to buy the credit. Okay, that's why we will be consequence of poor credit administration. Poor credit administration means the department in a bank or lending institution that is tasked with managing the entire credit process, so that the more average number of days of the credit sales are outstanding, so we will get the more company that have low quality of lending and borrowing money. So the next technique is aging of account receivable. Aging of account receivable is a schedule that indicates the percentage of the total account receivable that have been outstanding for a specified period of time. It is used to allow the firm to pinpoint problems. We will look at the Google first. Aging of account receivable. Okay, an account receivable is a report that lists of unpaid customers' invoice and unused credit memo. Okay, so it is to determine the effectiveness of credit and collection funds. So it is actually when we get more, the percentage it actually give more problem because there are account receivable cannot pay the debt at the right time, so that it will give us more problem. Okay, for the next, okay, if we have the aging account receivable, we will allow us to make a precaution of this account receivable who did not pay their debt. Okay, in for example okay, for number 3, which is ratio of receivable to assets. Okay, ratio of receivable to asset means okay, So say as a percentage of current asset will reveal the size of receivable in current assets and the opportunity cost associated with it. The higher the percentage and higher is the cost of carrying the receivable. It is therefore desired that a firm needs to carry the least percentage of receivable as possible without affecting the sales volume. It almost seems like aging of account receivable, because the higher the ratio, we will get more account receivable that did not pay their debt. So in order to run our business effectively, we must carry the least percentage of receivable, so that our business will run effectively. Okay, so for next technique is account receivable turnover ratio. Account receivable turnover ratio means that the number of times per year that a business collects its average account receivable. The ratio is used to evaluate the ability of a company to efficiently issue credit to its customer and collect funds from them in a timely manner. A higher turnover indicates a combination of conservative and aggressive collection department, as well as number of high quality. Okay, and vice versa, a low turnover will give us a low quality customer, or maybe we will get a bad debt because there are more account receivable that did not pay their debt. Okay, and the last technique is ratio of bad debts to credit sales. Is an increasing ratio. Actually, in increasing this ratio, we will get too many weak accounts on aggressive market expansion policy. It is same like all the techniques. We will get if we get a bad debts, which means we will get a company that have low quantity in order to borrow and lending money. So okay, that's all from me. Thank you for lending your ears.
Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we'll talk about the technique on how does a firm collect their money from the customer. Okay, first technique is collection by letter. After a certain number of days, the firm sends a polite letter reminding that the customer of the overdue account. Okay, for your information, this letter is called friendly payment reminder or overdue payment reminder. You guys can Google the format to see the further details about the letter. And if the account is not paid within a certain period after this letter has been sent, a second and more demanding letter is sent. Okay, so guys, there might be several reasons why the customer has not paid their debt. He or she might have forgotten the due date, or maybe they posted the amount into the wrong bank account, and some other minor issues. So firm reminder might just be what customer needs to pay off his or her debt. Okay, secondly, by telephone calls. If letter prove unsuccessful, a telephone call may be made to request immediate payment. If the customer has a reasonable excuse, arrangement may be made to extend the payment period. Okay, next slide I will pass to Basit.
Sending is a personal visit. Personal visit is when we sending a local salesperson or a person to meet and confront to the customer to collect the uncollectible money. Second, we have a collection agencies. Collection agencies will take place as a middleman between a firm and also a customer as a third party. Usually, a firm will hire a collection agency if the firm itself fails to collect the uncollectible account. So, as a return, the collection agencies will acquire a certain amount of commission from the firm. And the third one, legal action. Legal action can be considered as the most stringent step in the collection technique, which it can force the debtor and also the customer into bankruptcy. We're moving on to the management of cash. Cash is the currency and the coin, usually being put by the firm on hand in a petty cash drawer or in a cash register. Cash is called as a non-earning asset, which means an asset that does not bring or deliver any return toward us.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amshah and I'm from KAC1104A. And for the subject of MAF 253, I will be taught under the topic of cash management. You all can refer to this slide number 26 or from the textbook page 137. Okay, the first one. The goal of the cash manager is to minimize the amount of cash the firm must hold for use in conducting its normal business activities. But at the same time, the manager have to make sure that they have sufficient money to pay the debt of the company, because a firm becomes insolvent when it is unable to meet its maturing liabilities on time because it lacks the necessary of the liquidity to make prompt payment. Okay, therefore, the financial manager must strike an acceptable balance between holding too much or too little cash. Okay, from the slide, the manager can use this 4 ways on how to make sure that the management of the cash of the business will be good. The first one, to take discount for early payment. And the second one, to maintain its credit rating by keeping its current firm in its industry. The third one, to meet unexpected cash needs such as strikes, fires, or competitors' marketing campaign, and to weather seasonal or cyclical downturns. And the last one, to take advantage of favorable business opportunities. From here, we know that as a financial manager, they should know on how to manage the money of the business so that the business will be on a good condition and the business will be more expand in the future. That's all for me. Thank you. Bye.
Assalamualaikum, a very good morning. My name is Kairo Amirin. Today I would like to give a lecture to you all. I know your friends maybe have covered some topic in the previous slide. So please stay calm, don't be stressed, and join me proceed to the next slide. Let's go. Okay, so in this slide, I will cover the topic of motive for holding cash. According to the slide, you can just read and listen to me. Motive, also known as reason or purpose. Okay, I have a question. Why do a firm need to hold a cash? Why? First of all, because of transaction balance. That is for our first topic. Transaction is a flow of money, either in or out of the company. Based on the definition given in the slide, transaction balance is a cash balance associated with the payments and collections, the balance necessary for day-to-day operations. The relative amount of cash needed to satisfy transaction requirements is affected by a number of factors, such as the industry in which the firms operate. For example, utilities firms have less transaction balance compared to computer software firms. So, according to the example, there are two firms, utilities firm and computer software firm. So please highlight both firm. What is the kind of utilities firm? One of the utilities firm is electricity companies, and computer software firms are actually the business that sell a computer and operate software. And the main point here is the firms are faced to the customer directly day to day. So compare to electricity companies. I have a question. Do we go directly to the companies to pay electricity bill? Of course not. That's why they have less transaction balance, because they don't involve in day-to-day operations and face customer directly. That's good. We can proceed to the next motive